Okay guys, Coach Aaron here with Coach Kim. Welcome to Rumble Night, our kickboxing tournament here at Head Kicks, right here inside the Head Kicks Hexagon. We are going to be, I've done probably 11 Rumble Nights so far, and I've refereed all of them. So I want to introduce, Coach Kim is going to take over head referee spot for this one. So that way I can coach some a little bit more, help facilitate as the tournament gets bigger and bigger. I want to make sure everybody has a great experience. As well as, of course, corner my own students. So if you'll allow me to do that, Coach Kim's going to take over. I still might do a few of them, but I want to introduce her. Make sure you get to know her. So let me go over some of the tournament rule sets, and you guys can have it in advance so we can cut short the rules meeting when we get there. If it's your first tournament, here we go. Rumble Night rule set. Bout lengths are 90 seconds with a 60-second rest period. All right. For youth, for teens, and for adults. 90 second match time, and then a 60-second rest in between rounds, okay? Whenever you come in the corner, you either be in the red corner or the blue corner. You have a cornerman seat designated, and then they will lock you in the cage. You need to have your mouthpiece and all your equipment. Whenever you come in, they will lock you in your cage. Your cornerman will sit in the corner chair, and then they can come inside and give you water in between the rounds, okay? So, styles and strikes allowed. Foot and hand strikes to the body and the legs and the head allowed for adults. For youth, no strikes to the head are allowed. There are some teens that have a modified division that some of the teens do head strikes allowed. The ones that are on the 16-year-old time side, they give you guys option, right? So kids up until 15 years old, no head strikes. At the 16-year-old age gap, I give you an option. And then head strikes are allowed in the adults divisions, okay? Kicks to the inside and outside of the thigh are allowed, but no targeting the knee joint, the front of the knee with a front kick or a side kick. Front kicks, side kicks, round kicks, spinning kicks are allowed, and jumping kicks are allowed, okay? So you can do a spinning side kick, okay? But you cannot do to the body, but you cannot do one to the face or a hook kick to the face. You cannot hit with a non-covered, if it doesn't have a shin guard on it, you can't hit somebody in the head with it, okay? So side kick to the body, I'm okay with, okay? With control. But to the head, I can't have guys getting cut in a fun tournament, okay? So no side kicks to the face, no hook kicks to the face, all right? Minimum 6 kicks per round. We don't ever have issues with that, but I do need to say it. 6 kicks per round, just so that we're not just turning it into an all-out slugfest, okay? It's allowed to catch a kick with immediate one punch and kick or knee counter, okay? Meaning, if she throws a kick at me, I can catch it. Boom. Let's do the other side so you can see. I can catch it. Boom. I can throw a punch to the body. I can throw a kick to the leg, or I can throw a knee to the body. Then I have to proceed. I got to throw it by and then continue on with my techniques, okay? Reason being, for adults, if you catch somebody's kick on one leg and then you throw a punch to the face right here, you're probably going to take them off their feet, and it just turns into a whole, like something that should be in the Cajun Dome or in an MMA event, okay? So we keep that one to the body, we keep things technical, keep a lid on things, okay? No knockouts are allowed in Rumble Night, all right? So knee strikes are allowed to the body in youth and adults. You cannot throw a knee strike to the head, okay? So 5-second clinch, I'm here, boom, 1, 2, maybe I turn my partner, 3, 4, 5 seconds, you hear me say clean break, and then we separate and keep going from there, okay? You can clinch right away again if you want, all right? But you got to have a clean break. Strikes not allowed, no head strikes for kids. No knockouts allowed for adults or 16 years old and above. No knockouts allowed. You cannot win by TKO or KO. You'll actually be disqualified, okay? So the way we judge it is on a 10-9 system, point system, just like an MMA event or a kickboxing event that you see in the UFC or any other major organization. It's the judges, 3 judges, and they'll score it 10-9. And at the end of the at the end of the 2 rounds, we'll go to it, and if you if you have the majority, if you won rounds 1 and 2, then there's no round 3. You're the automatic winner, all right? And we'll call that a tech win, all right? A technical win. If you win rounds 1 and 2, we're not going to a third. If you split rounds 1 and 2, we're going to a third as the deciding factor, okay? No kicks or punches in the back spine area, all right? No elbow strikes, no kicks to the groin or knee joints, all right? Equipment, you must have a mouthpiece. Youth, you must have a headgear. Youth and teens, you must have a headgear. You must have a cup protector, okay? Adults, you got to have hand wraps. You're going to use our 20-ounce gloves. Youth, you got to have a minimum of, the super young kids can wear their 8-ounce boxing gloves. The next group up, it needs to be 10 ounces for like the 8 through 10-year-old groups. And you have 10 ounces, 12 ounces. So the bigger your student is, the bigger gloves you need to have within reason, right? Don't be 12 years old wearing a 6-ounce glove, okay? Shin guards, knee pads are mandatory for adults, not mandatory for kids, because they'll be wearing a chest protector. They'll be wearing my chest protectors, the ones that have the electronic armor on it. So it'll flash red or flash blue whenever a strike connects to the chest protector, strike with enough volume or enough power connects to the chest protector, it'll flash that color, okay? At the end of the 90 seconds, it'll light up and say who won the round, okay? So that's how we'll dictate that. That'll be one of the judges. Then there'll be 2 other judges that score it 10-9, okay? Bouts will be judged on who displays proper technique, lands the most strikes, pushes the action, ring generalship, based on your judge's discretion. If a judge rules that a participant is intentionally trying to hurt someone or hurt someone resulting from a full contact blow, that participant is disqualified. If you catch a kick and light somebody up right now after I've already told you about it, you're probably going to get disqualified. Or if that person gets a bloody nose and can't continue, you're not going to continue either. All right. Defense and judging. You get scored based on your defense too. Evades, parrying, checking. That's proper defense. Blocking and absorbing techniques, also proper defense, but not as good as evading or slipping or parrying and it not touching you at all. Full connection to a target without defense, getting hit with a kick fully is a significant strike. When closely contested rounds are being judged, along with pushing the action, pushing the action will be the scales to determine the round winner, okay? So the person bring generalship and whoever's bringing the fight, bringing the action, okay? Typically more volume. No elbow strikes. It is semi-contact, right? So no knockouts only. Depending on the intent, I might, or Coach Kim might give the referee, give you a warning. On the second warning, they'll deduct a point, and you'll go to the end of the round. So if you're in round 1 and we give you a warning and we take a point, then we're going to go to the round. The goal is to get you through your rounds, not to win by DQ or knockout, right? I want to give you the experience here. So we'll go to the end, and then a third point deduction will result in an automatic disqualification, all right? Also, if you're exiting or disengaging from a competition, you get a warning, you get a negative point. They'll go to an end of the corner on the second one, and then the third point will be a DQ again as far as running away from the action. Use of profanity, unprofessionalism, taunting, or showboating are all grounds for warnings and or disqualifications, okay? It's double elimination for brackets of 4 or more. You keep winning, you'll stay upstairs in the cage. If you go to the constellation bracket, so you lose a round, you'll continue in the downstairs mat, all right? Any 3-person brackets will be round robin, okay? A tiebreaker will add up the rounds, and the lowest total score will be dropped, and the 2 remaining will use the head-to-head to determine the winner, and then we will do medals for first and for second place, and we'll battle back for third and fourth, actually. So first, second, third, trophies for first place, all right? And speaking of that, this is Spar Wars Episode 1. So we're going to have a 3-part series for the year, and you get tournament points for every match you compete in. You get 1 tournament point. Every match you win, you get another tournament point. If you win by technical win, meaning you won in 2 rounds, then you get a 3rd tournament point. Okay? Just like in Submission Quest, if you submitted them, if you won, you got a point. If you submitted them, you got an extra point. If you won in 2 rounds, meaning you were a dominant combatant, then you get an extra tournament point. If you place first, you get 3, or I believe 5. If you place second, you get 3. If you place third, you get 1. As far as the series points, at the end of the series, the winner will get a custom lightsaber trophy for Spar Wars series. Okay? If you have any questions, just comment or message me personally. Thank you guys, and this ought to save us some time for the rules meeting on Saturday so we can get right to it. Kids will start at 9 o'clock. Doors will open at 9 o'clock. And then matches will start right at around 9:30. Teens doors will open at 11 o'clock. Adults doors will open at 1 o'clock, okay? Thank you guys, and we'll see you